Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, PJ Walker, Carolina Panthers, XFL superstar, first NFL start. We are diving into it. I think you're going to dig it. Welcome to the QB School. So you asked for it, you got it. Mace Chase 46. Can you do a video on PJ Walker? Please. Mace Chase, thank you for asking. And thank you for saying please. I appreciate it. You asked for it. You got it. First start, PJ Walker. Now, let me quickly say, this is not the full video. He had a number of completions in a row that were kind of dink and dunk-ish. Many of them are not in here. There are some deep shots. There are some interceptions. We break down the full scope of what I think are kind of the more pop, wow type throws and plays. I think you're going to dig it. Let's get it started. PJ Walker. Here we go. Little Joe Brady offense too. Shift, 3x2. See the linebacker come out down here to the running back, bottom of the screen. You know it's some variation of man, middle field closed. Little rub there for the 3 and the 2 up top. Really nice design. Little Matt Patricia special here. Rush 5, play man. Behind it, again, you can see the route on the left side of the screen. Going to get that little inverted inside wheel, little hesitation. Nice pick, great back shoulder ball location here. So really this is a combination of play design. Again, see the shift come out. Here comes the linebacker. Doesn't look like he's excited to go out there. Easy to see, middle field closed. And then route-wise, concept-wise, what's going on here? Oftentimes when you see this, first of all, the ball's right here, right? What is that, the 44? I can't tell you who's on the line of scrimmage here, but somebody got the okay that they were. We're going to get a little rub right here, and then we're going to come the wheel. Not wheel, but kind of like, normally I'd say that's like an inside fade, but off this rub, I guess it's technically a wheel. Then we get a little best release, little outside release go here. So really it ends up being a variation seam like that, but you get this little rub. You just don't, I've never seen it before like this out of a 3x2 up the field. So cool design in that regard. Better ball location than anything else. Again, little things that creep in this game. For me, PJ Walker, footwork-wise, he's definitely got this back pedal shuffle, which I don't have a problem with at all. But when you drift from the center, over the center, you do get yourself in trouble. So again, the ball's on the right hash. You know, he goes to throw there probably over the guard at best. Just little things to pay attention to because that will get him into trouble. But the ball location there, little back shoulder, really nice. Great separation, cool design. Good start. Let's go. Not holding anything back. Goes 24 for 34 on the day. Just a really nice job. This is just a big time go route throw. Up top. Nice ball. Some touch. Really nice. Beautiful job. You'd think that middle field player would get there with a little bit more of a collision. Get a little bird fly by there. I think we did. But for me, just like the drop that thing out. You know, you would think that that middle field player would be able to get there from that where he's at, that near hash. He doesn't take the greatest angle in the world, but that's a beautiful throw. Great job. Coming right in, dropping a nice ball down the field. You know, did we get a bird fly by? Check that bird across the numbers right there. Very rare. A little white. Small one there, a little dovish maybe. Again, one more time, just the ball location. Again, the footwork, bottom half here. Again, 1, 2, 3, let it go, timing, rhythm. Nice deep ball accuracy, shows off a few times here. Next one, not so great. So first of 2 picks in the red zone. It's a bit of a funky play for me. You know, first off, you don't see a whole lot of quads in the league. So they run this little box play, and this is just, for me, they're basically boxing a box there. And we'll talk about it from when we watch it again. But they've got you numbered out towards the sideline here, and there's just nowhere to go with the ball. I think potentially you make the argument that you could go to the flat. Again, box on box here. Normally you just box a bunch. You know, maybe speaking a foreign language to certain people, but normally you'd go 4 over 3. Here, when they add an extra 1 into this, and whatever you want to call this, diamond box, you know, they just play at their own normal bunch rules. And what ends up happening is here, it doesn't matter which of these four guys. First one to the flat, right here. First one deep and outside, right here. Same thing on the inside. First one in, first one out. Now they end up dropping someone, comes up wide open if for some reason he was able to hit it. But right here, this is basically just a high-low on the corner. And this corner kind of baits him into thinking he's going to go down. But in reality, he's already got somebody there for the first one. So they kind of tweener both of these things, and he's just got no chance. Maybe you could put it late on the sideline here. But again, they've got you schemed up here on this side, on the left side of this play. Again, a little back pedal out. Love the footwork, the base, no heel click. 1, 2, 3, boom. And you can see, you know, potentially their front pylon. But that corner is all over that. He tries to back shoulder that corner, drill it in there, and it's just not there. And they're not on the same page either, which we see come up twice in the red zone on both those picks. But to me, this is on Walker, and you just got to be able to see this. You got to realize what's going on here. To me, that's to the flat or to nothing. And you can see that who is it? The number 3 on the bunch, the inside most wide receiver. I guess technically he would be the 4. This guy right here, he's going to work his way all the way across. And if for some reason you were working back there and you could see it, he's going to be all by himself. They get a little confused. But again, got the clicker, really tough. You know, I don't think there's any great insight. You know, just difficult. But again, judgment down in the red zone. Windows get a lot tighter. It's a different experience than anything else. That NFL red zone, windows are tight. Anticipation's ramped up. People trying to bait you into making bad throws. This one is a second and I want to say 20. It's a deep throw. They're going to do kind of an inverted Tampa 2 here, or just Tampa 2 coming from depth. You see that middle field player is really the whole player. They're running 4 verticals here, 2nd and 20. And he puts this thing probably as far out of bounds as I've ever seen someone throw a ball, not throwing it away. This thing is way outside the yellow. So for me, 4 verticals. This ball needs to go to the check down, right over the ball. Boom, right there. That's where the ball goes. No ifs, ands, buts, anything other than that. Again, you can see the footwork wise for me. Again, he just doesn't dovetail. He gets himself in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't help that the left tackle is getting pushed right in his face. But again, this ball is way over the fence. And that guy who puts his hand up to touch it, he's standing outside the yellow. I think the white is 2 yards to the yellow is 2 yards at least. And that barely hits his hands. That thing's going 20 feet out of bounds. So just a weird miss, just a bizarre miss. I don't have a whole lot of hot takes other than the fact that you just don't see that very often, if ever. So again, my decision that I'd probably like to see him do is just check it down a lot faster. Realize you're not every shot down the field is going to be a completion. 4 verticals goes to the back 50% of the time, and right there it needs to go to the back. But I think the miss is substantial enough to at least talk about it and realize, hey, you know, those types of foul balls just aren't something you see a whole lot on Sundays very consistently. So he misses like that, and then he comes out and makes plays like this. This is basically a corner down here, or a deep flag with an over up top by the number 2 and an in up top by the number 1. He's going to get flushed to the right and make just a ridiculous throw on the run, a dime down the field. This is a straight up laser. From the back end, it's even more impressive. But they run a nice game up front, we'll talk about, with this double A gap. 59 comes in and tries to ice pick the center. 58 wraps around the 2 A gap players. There it is. That little pick play gets him out there. But check this out. He's out on the run. I mean, that, first of all, he goes to throw that thing. You can see the wide receiver and the DB down here, bottom middle of the screen. That's not a great angle. Look at this window. I mean, that's as dime-ish as you can get. It's dangerous as hell. That's a great throw. That's a beautiful play. Could go bad in a lot of different directions, but it doesn't. It's really nice. That's really nice. That's a great play. Again, one more time, you know, you're probably trying to work the over here, coming from the slot up top. Don't have time, get white flash right in your face. You bail, and you just make a ridiculous play outside the pocket. This is a great job. Really impressive, athletic, accurate, all sorts of good stuff. Scheme-wise here, again, you can see what they're trying to do. The center, see him pointing 58. Offensive line is going to 58. So now the back has a dual read. He's got 59. So the back is going right here. The line is going right here. So the back's got right here 1 to 2 to 3. Assuming that this tight end, I forget if this tight end is in or out. If that tight end is in, then he's going to go 1 to 2. Either way, what we're going to pay attention to is right here. He comes up, he picks the center, so he's trying to bounce into him. The center then takes him over, like a little pizza theory. Like, you take my piece, I'm going to take your piece. We wrap around here. The tailback comes up, blunts him, but because he kind of ricochets off this shoulder, he's able to push through because the center's not going to 59. Again, there it is. Just a little insert pick. Pizza, you take mine, but he never really took him. He just took the edge of him. Great job by PJ Walker getting outside the pocket, and then this is a straight up dime. I mean, I still can't, like, when he goes to throw this thing right here, just a really nice job. Strike down the field. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already. Please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, let you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I appreciate the support. One more time. If you haven't, just get a YouTube account. Then subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, become part of the Note Squad. I appreciate it. Let's keep the video going. Next one here, big corner up top for the touchdown. Great job. Nice touch throwing it to the corner by the number 1 receiver. Cool design, but some suspect coverage, to say the least, out there at the corner. But this is a nice combination. Love the pass concept. Really nice ball. You give him time. Again, when he had an opportunity and he kept the ball in bounds, he was pretty accurate throwing it down the field. Love this little combination here up top, this bunch. This is where the touchdown goes to the number 1. And you can see here, you wouldn't think that this would be a great leverage situation for this corner. But when he comes in and kind of stems him inside, this corner really does a terrible job, turns his ass to the sideline, and then has no chance to get back out. You would think that he would be playing him to want to go into the center. Why? Because there's a middle field player to get this kind of push. But again, he comes in here, turns him, and it's over. Then the other thing that I liked about it was that we get a number 2 coming across, and then we get a little loop here. So if this wasn't here to the corner, you'd come right back down to the little loop back inside or whip route. But again, up top, he just destroys the corner with the corner. You got no chance. Beautiful touch. Nice job. Strike. Again, from the back end, nice job protecting it. Nobody around him. You give him time to throw. Again, pretty funky with the pedal when you're going to the right, in my opinion. Usually you see that pedal to the left. Nice touchdown. Next one here. This is a pretty impressive throw to the right. Somebody right in his face. A little speed out. Now, I'm not convinced that that they ran this right correctly down here, because these guys are basically on the same level, but it doesn't take anything away from the throw. Even if he was throwing it to the number 2. I'm not sure which guy he's throwing it to. We'll say he's throwing it to the guy who caught it. But this is tough duty with someone right in your face, making that type of speed out throw to the field. Again, the arm strength is there. You can see just concept-wise, I don't think you'd run a lot of rolled speed outs on different depths with this split down here by these 2 wide receivers. You can see that they're on the same line to me almost. You know, I think one's at 5, one's at 8. Just a strange concept. Maybe that's what they want, but it doesn't take anything away from the throw. Look when he makes that throw. Wide receiver's nowhere near getting out of that break. Catch, shuffle, let it go. Great base. Someone right in his face. Just a really impressive throw. Something you don't see everybody in the league being able to do. Catch and throw this with somebody in your face. Can't get through it. Rotational force. Really nice job. Strike. But again, one more interception here in the red area. And this is a combination of just they do a nice job on defense more than anything else. Again, shift across here. Sure looks like middle field closed man, right? Bump up top. Everything about this says man. Set post snap. They're basically able to invert this thing where the free safety goes and runs with this crosser down here to the bottom of the screen and the corner falls off. He doesn't see it. I would make the argument that the wide receiver running across from left to right kind of screws PJ Walker here, turning it down. He sees the corner bail off, so he's not going to run to get covered. And it's just a combination miscommunication and lack of vision. Right here, everything about this says middle field closed man. When they do the crosser, you can tell that this free safety is locked in. He knows exactly what he's doing. And you just don't see two basically catastrophic errors of red zone interceptions turn out to be all right in most games. Again, coming across here, everything looks like man. What happens is that the crosser at the bottom of the screen, when we cross here, they're going to pass this thing off. So he's got him man-to-man right here. Once he goes like this, he's going to pass him off to this guy right here. You can tell he starts to run and beat him on the crosser. Then he basically falls back into the middle field player. Well, in a condensed split, he basically just falls right here. So then he's got this over to be able to help on this over. This over sees him, takes it on the shallow lane, and he throws it to the back lane. So definitely on the quarterback. Also probably say some variation, miscommunication, not a great play down here versus a defense that will do this invert replace. Look at the middle field player. He smells the over and he goes. I mean, he's way out in front of that over. Just imagine if the guy down here to the bottom of the screen was running a hook over the middle of the ball. He'd be standing by himself. But again, PJ Walker just never sees the corner down here. And just predetermining exactly that what you see pre-snap, you got to post-snap confirm exactly what it is, especially down here in the red area. Tough. So that's a wrap. PJ Walker, some splash plays, some big time throws outside the pocket, making plays, deep ball accuracy, deep ball misses. I think some red zone issues, concerns. But again, as far as a first start, really impressive. Doesn't matter who they're playing against. I can already see the comments. He went out there, made the plays that he had to make to give his team a chance to win, and made a number of plays. And so excited to see what the future holds. Thanks so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.